students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing really well. So students, today we are going to start chapter name The Letter. Do you know how to write a letter and to whom we write a letter? So let's see what is there in this chapter. Summary. In this poem, The Letter, the poetess is writing a letter to her mother. She used blotting paper to write the letter. We convey our messages through the letter. Read the poem and find out how does she, the poetess, write the letter and enjoy the poem. Okay, so in this particular poem, we come to know how to write a letter and what the poetess is writing a letter or writing a message to her mother. Okay, now let's start. First of all, we will read the poem. Okay, I'm writing a letter to send by the post. It is to the person I care the most. So the poetess is writing a letter and she is going to post this or send this letter by a post, and it is she is writing this letter to a person whom she cares the most. Okay, now I write the date clearly and put the address and begin, dearest mommy. So before starting a letter, you have to write down the date and address very clearly, okay, to whom you want to send this letter. And after that, you start with the dearest mommy or dearest friend or whoever you want to write down a letter. Did any guesses? My pen travels slowly all down the sheet because I'm so anxious to keep it all neat. So the poetess is writing down the letter very slowly and neatly because she wants to keep it neat. She's quite afraid with the ink spill on it, or if some letters are joined together and if someone is reading and doesn't understand what she want to write, so that's why he's writing down very slowly and she want to keep it all neat. I carefully blot it to dry up the ink. Such nice blotting paper, the color is pink. So he's using a blotting paper whose color is pink. Basically, a blotting paper is a soft thick paper used for drying ink after one has written something on a piece of paper. Okay, so I turn the page over and on goes my pen till lastly come kisses. There's just room for 10. The envelope is ready. I put the stamp on and run to the post box, and now it has gone. So he write down the letter very carefully, and after writing down the whole letter, he put some kisses on the letter, and there is room for only 10 kisses, or you can say that he is drawing something for her mother, like images or smileys, and there is room for only 10. Okay, and then now he put that letter into an envelope and put a stamp on it and ran to the post box, and he dumped that letter into the post box, and now it's gone. So this is the poem written by the Margaret G. Rhodes. And now the word bucket. Post, the official system used for sending and delivering letters. Dearest, most loved. Travel, moves at a particular speed and direction. Anxious, worried or nervous. Neat, clear. Blot, to remove extra ink from paper. Blotting paper, soft thick paper used for drying ink after one has written something on a piece of paper. Envelope, a flat paper container used for sending letters. Okay, now think and answer. Take the correct option. Number 1. What does the poetess write? So poetess write a letter. So the D option is the correct one. You have to tick on it. Now read the rest of the statement and find out which option is the correct one. Number B, complete the following lines. Now you have to complete this line from the poem. Okay, I write the date clearly and put the address and begin, dearest mommy. So this is how you will complete these lines. Okay, now C, answer the following question. What is blotting paper? How do we use our blotting paper? So blotting paper is actually a soft thick paper. You can take this answer from the word bucket because here they describe what is a blotting paper. Soft thick paper used for drying ink after one has written something on a piece of paper. And the second part of the question is, why do we use our blotting paper? Because blotting paper, on if we write down on a blotting paper, there's no chance of splitting ink on it. Okay, that's why we use blotting paper. It soak all the extra ink, or you can use a tissue paper to soak the extra ink from the paper. So that's why we use blotting paper. Okay, now read the rest of the questions and find out their answer from the poem. Value said, we all write letters to convey our messages. What are the things we should keep in mind when we write a letter to our dear ones? So, while writing a letter, what you should keep in your mind, okay, when you convey some kind of messages to anyone. So, you have to write down this, okay. Now, the grammar stroke, reading and writing skill. Although, yet, read the sentence. Although Priya was small, yet she wrote a letter. Although Priya was small, she wrote a letter. Although can be placed either at the beginning of the sentence or toward the ends. Yet can be used with although but not necessarily. It means you can use although whenever you want in the starting of the sentence or in the ending of the sentence, but yet comes with although only. Otherwise, you no need to use yet in a sentence. So match to make complete sentence. Here we use although before the sentence starts and yet in the middle of the sentence. Okay, so just like that, for example, although he got up in time, yet he was late for office. Okay, so this is how you can connect these two columns with each other with the help of although and yet. Okay, now moving to next B, fill in the blank using although and yet. Although the tortoise was slow, yet he won the race. Okay, now read the rest of the question and put although or yet in it. Okay, now what is present perfect tense? Read these sentences. I have been abroad many times. How long have you been in this school? I have lost my wallet. The word in red are said to be in the present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is formed with have or has and the third form of the main verb. Example, had Robinson built his house himself? Number 2, a dog and 2 cats have stayed with Robinson. So, you can see that we use have and has when we are using a perfect tense. Okay, how to make a present perfect tense? So, to make a present perfect tense, you have to use a subject. Then after that you will use has or have according to your subject, and after that you have to put a verb third form, present perfect form of the verb. Okay, and after that you put the object if it is necessary. So this is how I have been abroad many times. How long have you been in this school? I have lost my wallet. Okay, so we form a perfect tense with the help of has and have and verbs third form. Okay, now moving to next C, take the correct option to complete the sentence. We use have with I. Okay, I have been to Moscow. So this is how you can complete the sentences. Okay, now do the rest of the part at your own. Word power, use the word given in the box to fill in the blank. Fist, and nail, butter, beg, stood, dog, start. So fist and nail, slow and start, bread and butter. This is how you can make a sentence or make complete these words with the help of this help box. B, select word from the cloud and fill in the blanks like quickly, slowly, cheerfully and happily. Number 1, the child looked at his mother cheerfully. Okay, so this is how you can fill it in. Now fill the rest of the 3 blanks with the help of this help box. C, complete the word by adding 1 letter. Hint are given with each. Okay, so you have to write down 1 letter. Falls from your eye. What falls from your eye? Ear, tear. Okay, now do the rest of the part at your own. Creative junction. Write a letter to your mother thanking her for all she has done for you. Now you have to write your mother and thank her, okay, whatever she will done for you. Now this is the end of our chapter. Hopefully you understand it very well. Now do the penning exercises at your own.